How close is Will Bosi to repeating Stefano Ghisolfi's Excalibur? This 9B Plus or 515C sport climb received its first ascent by Ghisolfi in February 2023. And though it's been attempted by the likes of Adam Ondra and Jakob Schubert, it has yet to be repeated. In this video, we'll talk about Will's November and December progress updates on Excalibur, and we'll try to answer the question from the title of this video. My name is August, and I'm so glad that you've joined in today. I want to jump right into Will's current projecting of Excalibur, but for more background on the route, you can check out this video. I also talk more in depth in that video about Will's replica training and October sessions on Excalibur. Let's see what Will has to say on Instagram from November 27. Back to Excalibur 9B+/515C. Finally, the top was dry and I was able to really work the last section. I've now changed 3 bits of beta that I think really help, including holding the second last hold just on the edge. Looking forward to the next session. In October, Will contended with very wet conditions on Excalibur, causing him to leave Arco. So it's really nice to see that he has much drier conditions this time around. Even just comparing these 2 videos spaced about a month apart, you can see the drastically different conditions. The other thing I notice here is how casual Will looks on the upper crux of the route. His left foot slips shortly before getting that high right technical heel hook, and yet he continues on like nothing happened. And don't even get me started on that lock-off strength with his left arm. Will is also sharing updates in a broadcast channel on Instagram called Will's Whispers. From that same day, November 27th, he writes, "Back in Arco and Excalibur's finally dry. Had a really good session just working on the top half, especially the last move as it's not been dry before. I've now got way better beta for the cube move and the last move. Going to rest tomorrow, then get back on the first half Wednesday." Now let's move on to Will's update from November 29th. The new cube move. This was my first try on Shawn's new beta. Sound on for my reaction. Falling on this move was last year's high point. Today I stuck it twice from the floor. So first of all, I assume that Will Bosi is talking about Shawn Raboutou. I can't think of any other pro climber with this spelling of the name Shawn who would be able to seriously project Excalibur. But it's super cool to hear that Shawn Raboutou apparently has touched this route, and in typical fashion, we find out secondhand about what Shawn is climbing these days. As for the new beta that Will is referencing, he provides further details in the comments, saying, "Originally, I had my right hand where my left hand is, and went left hand up to a really bad crimpy Gaston, then to the cube more sideways. Seeing these 2 clips side by side, my understanding is that Will now starts with his hands further down this rail, left hand where his right hand used to be. Then the next move to bring the right hand up is the same, but the big difference is Will being able to make a larger reach to the left instead of getting that left hand to a really bad crimp and then having to bump it up to this better hold. It's also amazing to hear that what was previously a high point for Will last year is something that he's now stuck from the ground multiple times." Then another update from Will's Whispers on November 29th. "Incredible conditions today. The plan was to have another working session just on the top half, but as it's meant to rain really bad the next 2 days, I decided to try from the start. I really surprised myself with a big high point, falling trying to clip the last straw just before the pocket move. Although I feel tired, I'll give one more go in a bit. I'll probably fall straight off, but if it goes well, I'll let you know." Wow. So Will Bosi made this unplanned attempt from the start of the route and nearly sent Excalibur. Will provides additional context for this from his Instagram post on December 1st. 10 sessions in on Excalibur now. Now I feel ready for red point tries, so I'm really hoping the route will dry and I get to have some good goes soon. On my last session, I made a good high point, falling while trying to clip the last quick draw of the crux, so leaving only 3 moves to go. So Will has completed a full 10 sessions on this route and fell with just 3 moves remaining. It certainly appears that he's close to sending Excalibur. Will also references his hopes for the route to dry out before he can make attempts again from the ground. The weather in Arco appears to have been quite rainy and snowy over the past few days, and Will himself noted that in a brief video update, but the forecast looks promising for at least some of the upcoming days. So that brings us to the question, how close is Will Bosi to sending Excalibur? I am going to do something that I have not done on this channel before, and that is to make a prediction. My prediction is that Will Bosi will send Excalibur before the end of 2023. His recent high point, coupled with how strong and consistent he's looking on the crux sections, leads me to conclude that he's very close to sending Excalibur. All Will needs now are some dry conditions, and I think he's got it. But that's just my opinion. How close do you think Will Bosi is to repeating Excalibur? Let me know in the comments. And hey, my name is August. Thank you so much for watching.